In an era defined by the collapse of traditional institutions and the erosion of local community, a new form of religious fervor has emerged, masquerading as entertainment and social media engagement. The projection of God is a psychological phenomenon where we take the ancient, hardwired human drive for worship and aim it at the flickering images of celebrities, influencers, and digital idols. We do not see these people as they are flawed, biological entities navigating their own neuroses, but as vessels for our own unfulfilled ideals. We project our desire for perfection, morality, and transcendence onto them, effectively turning the red carpet into a digital altar. We are witnessing the industrialization of divinity, where marketing departments and talent agencies manufacture the sacred to fill the void left by the death of traditional myth. This is not mere fandom. It is a subconscious attempt to resurrect the temple in the form of a high-speed social media feed. The drive to elevate individuals into deities is not a modern glitch. It is an evolutionary vestige. For thousands of years, human survival depended on the cohesion of the tribe around a central figure, a chief, a shaman, or a king. These figures were more than leaders. They were the physical manifestation of the tribe's values and its connection to the divine. In the modern world, the tribal center has vanished, but the neural architecture remains. When we find an individual who possesses extreme beauty, talent, or wealth, our brain's attachment system is hijacked. We assign them supernormal stimuli, perceiving them as higher-order beings who exist outside the mundane laws of human struggle. We are biologically primed to find a North Star in the human form, and when we lack a true king, we settle for a court jester with a high-definition filter and a multi-million-dollar PR team. This biological machinery is being exploited by the attention economy. Every time you follow a celebrity, your brain interprets this as a tribal alignment. You are not just consuming content. You are declaring fealty. The algorithms understand that the human mind cannot distinguish between a person on a screen and a person in the room. This leads to the neurochemical colonization of your subconscious. You begin to crave the presence of the idol because your biology believes they are a high-value resource for your own survival. This projection is facilitated by the Parasocial Relationship, a one-sided intimacy where the fan feels they know the celebrity. Because the celebrity is not physically present to display their flaws, the fan's imagination fills in the gaps with perfection. This is a halo effect taken to its logical extreme. Because they are talented at singing or acting, we subconsciously assume they are also morally superior, intellectually profound, and emotionally invincible. We aren't just fans of their work. We are converts to their brand. We use them as a moral compass, outsourcing our own ethical decision-making to the curated personas of strangers who have no idea we exist. This creates a dependency loop. We seek the dopamine of their presence to offset the cortisol of our own isolation. We have traded the local community, where we can see the flaws and virtues of real people, for a global hallucination where we only see the polished surface of ghosts. This is the commodification of connection. You are paying for the illusion of intimacy with your most valuable resource, your focus. We project godhood onto celebrities because it allows us to avoid the terrifying responsibility of our own potential. This is a form of displacement. By worshiping someone else's greatness, we experience a vicarious sense of achievement without the risk of failure. The celebrity becomes our external ego. When they win an award, we feel validated. When they look beautiful, our species feels redeemed. This is the apotheosis of the spectator. We live through the deity to escape the perceived mediocrity of our own lives. We don't want a person. We want a myth that proves perfection is possible so we don't have to try. This is the sacrifice of agency. Every hour spent analyzing the life of an idol is an hour you are not spending building your own empire. We have turned our potential for mastery into a subscription service. We would rather watch a god walk on water than learn how to swim ourselves. We have become a culture of voyeurs of virtue, watching others act out the lives we are too afraid to live. The tragedy of the projection of God is that it is a structural trap. Because we have built the idol out of our own imagination, the actual human being underneath can never sustain the weight of the projection. Every celebrity is, by definition, a false god. The moment they exhibit a human flaw, a mistaken judgment, an aging face, or a contradictory opinion, the projection shatters. This leads to iconoclasm, the violent urge to destroy the idol we once worshipped. Our disappointment is not actually with the celebrity. It is with the realization that our God was just a person all along, leaving us alone with our own unfulfilled lives once again. The cancel culture we see today is often just a mass exorcism, an attempt to punish the idol for crime of being human. We burn the icons because we cannot bear the reflection they cast upon our own stagnation. If they aren't perfect, then we are truly lost and we hate them for it. To the sovereign individual, celebrities are recognized as high-level performers, not high-level beings. Breaking the projection of God requires a return to internal validation. You must realize that the qualities you admire in your idols, the courage, the beauty, the discipline, are actually seeds within yourself that you've been too afraid to water. You are projecting your golden shadow onto them. Every ounce of all you feel for an influencer is a stolen resource that should be fueling your own transformation. To stop the cycle of worship and disappointment, you must withdraw the projection. You must stop looking at the stage and start looking in the mirror. You must recognize that the spectacle is a distraction from the work. This is the reclamation of the self. You must take back the divinity you gave away. This requires a radical decoupling of value. You must learn to separate the performance from the person. You can appreciate the art without worshiping the artist. You must reclaim your cognitive sovereignty from the algorithms that profit from your adoration. The modern economy is a symbiotic parasitism. It requires your obsession to fuel its growth. When you stop projecting godhood onto the screen, you break the circuit. You realize that your attention is the most valuable currency you possess, and giving away for free to a digital ghost is a form of self-sabotage. You are the architect of your own meaning. Do not let a marketing agency design your pantheon. You are the only entity in your reality capable of bestowing value. Choose to bestow it upon your own progress. Ultimately, we must kill our digital gods to save our own souls. This is the individuation process in the 21st century. When you stop treating celebrities as deities, you regain your attentional capital. You no longer waste emotional energy on the triumphs and tragedies of people you will never meet. You move from a role of the worshiper to the role of the creator. The red carpet is just a rug. The idols are just actors, and the power you gave them was always yours to begin with. The silence that follows the death of your idols is not a void. It is a canvas. It is the space required for you to finally hear your own voice. You realize that the only deity worth cultivating is the one that resides in your own potential. By reclaiming this energy, you begin to build your own internal cathedral. You replace the feed with the flow. You stop being a consumer of myths and start being a producer of reality. The path to sovereignty is paved with the dust of fallen idols. You recognize that the perfection you sought in others was always a call to arms for yourself. You move from the passive adoration of the many to the active discipline of the one. You are no longer a satellite orbiting a stranger sun. You have become your own source of light. The greatest trick the devil ever played was convincing you that you needed a screen to see the divine. Turn it off and look at the hands that hold the power to change your world. Your work is the only ritual that matters.